It's beer o'clock on Real Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Brewify from Denmark, and it's a bottle of their Jackalope Pale Ale, coming in at 6.3, I believe, 6.2% ABV. There's a look at the label. 500ml bottle. It's been brewed with Vermont yeast and some Warrior, Simcoe, Galaxy, Chinook and Hummel. And the malts are Carapils, Vienna malt and Haverflager. And some Pilsner malt. Silver gold bottle cap. Let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. To be honest with you, yeah, look at the smoke on the opening. I've been eyeing this one up for the last few days. It was stuck behind a few bottles in my cabinet there behind you. Let me lower my glass. You know the cabinet, the beer cabinet. Stuck behind a bottle, and I was moving bottles around just the other day, and I come across it and I was like, still fresh, still very, very fresh. I go through a lot of beer here on the channel. I want to get that done soon, so I pulled it to the front of the queue. We got a 2-finger white head. It's a hazy, light amber coloured ale. Good levels of carbonation rolling off the side of the glass. And at this stage of the review, I'd like to thank Morton. Thank you very much, Morton, for sending me the beer. Morton from Norway sending me beer from Denmark. What a lovely, lovely gesture. Thank you very much. Let's get the aroma. Oh, it's got it's quite tart. Oh, it's just put some tingles down my spine. It's just, oh, do you know when you get a really good beer in the glass, it looks good, you've seen the bottle, you thought to yourself, yeah, I really fancy this, and then you pour it out and it looks good as well, and you're like, yes. I've just poured it out and got the aroma and just sent some tingles down my spine. Very rarely does a beer do that to me. What a sensation. Very jammy, very tart-like, marmalade-y beer. Yeah, touch of grapefruit, touch of pineapple. Should we dive in? Cheers, everybody. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows, that's a fantastic beer. Yes, it's tart. It's not as tart as what was in the aroma, so it's not following through directly from the aroma. It's more a bitter grapefruit, more of a bitter grapefruit stroke pineapple stroke fleshy blood orange, like biting orange peel. It's drinkable, but it's got a nice level of carbonation that pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth. And then what happens is there's a stickiness from the amount of hops that's been put in the beer. You can just feel a stickiness on the lips, on the inside of the mouth, on the tongue. And it just, yeah, it's just nice. You know, the amount of hops. If you've ever picked up a handful of hops in your life and you've scrunched them up in your hand and you've got a load of sticky resinous stuff going on, then you know what it's like when you got a lot of hops in a beer. You can feel it just sticking on your lips and your mouth and your tongue, and yeah, great. What other flavors are we getting? Should we see if we can pick up some of that malt in the beer then? I think the Pilsner malt does a job. It makes the beer lighter. It makes the beer, I suppose, if I'm being perfectly honest, it's pushing it towards slightly that that kind of carbonated, very clean tasting beer. If you think of a Pilsner lager, it's very clean tasting for the bittering hops on the back end to do a really good job. That's exactly what the Pilsner malt is doing in this beer. It's a platform for the hops to sing and dance, and especially with that clean Vermont yeast as well. Slightly estery yeast that's going on in the beer. So it's a very nice craft beer from Denmark. Let's see how hazy this one is. Yeah, look at that now. Terrific, terrific looking beer. Okay, so thank you to Morton for sending me the beer. Let's try it. Let's see if the beer's changed at all with that added bit of yeast added to the beer. Yeah, I mean, you can see, look, you can see that great carbonation. Thicker head going on now. Now we've added the sediment. Oh yeah, much. Even, I was on about that Vermont yeast making it clean. It's even cleaner now. It's very crisp, very refreshing, easy drinking beer. It seems to have knocked some of that carbonation down somehow by adding that sediment to the beer. Made it a touch, dare I say it, smoother. Okay, it's all in Danish. The Stevns Bryghus, Brewify. It's all in Danish, so there's not much for me to read. Please go out and try it. I think it's a lovely beer. I'm going to rate it. I like this beer enough to give it a Stone the Crow's 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.